Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went there in the first place? Or maybe you've met someone new, and their name just slips out of your mind seconds later. Forgetting is something we all deal with. But why does it happen? Our brains are powerful, but they're not perfect, and sometimes, forgetting is just part of how they work. One reason we forget is because of something called encoding failure. This happens when information never really makes it into our long-term memory. Think about how many things you see every day: signs, faces, random objects. Your brain decides what's worth remembering and what's not. If your brain doesn't find something important enough, it won't bother storing it properly. That's why you might not remember the exact design of a coin you've used hundreds of times. Another reason is storage decay. Memories fade over time if we don't revisit them. Think of your brain like a library. If a book never gets checked out, it starts collecting dust. The same happens with memories. If you don't think about or use certain information, your brain decides it's not needed and lets it slip away. Then there's retrieval failure, which is super common. You know that feeling when a word is right on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't get it out. That's because your brain sometimes has trouble finding the right path to access stored information. It's like having a file in your computer but forgetting the name of the folder it's in. The information is there. You just can't reach it at the moment. Interference is another big culprit. There are two types: proactive and retroactive. Proactive interference is when old information messes with new information, like when you keep writing last year's date even though it's a new year. Retroactive interference happens when new information pushes out the old. Imagine changing your phone number and then forgetting the old one after a while. But forgetting isn't always bad. Our brains actually forget on purpose sometimes to help us stay focused. If we remember every single detail of every day, it would be overwhelming. Forgetting helps us prioritize what's important and clear out the mental clutter. It's like cleaning up your phone storage so it runs faster. Stress and lack of sleep also mess with memory. When you're stressed, your brain is too busy dealing with anxiety to store things properly. Sleep, on the other hand, is when your brain organizes and strengthens memories. So without enough of it, things get messy. Forgetting is frustrating, but it's also natural. It's your brain's way of managing the massive amount of information it deals with every day. And while you might not remember everything, the stuff that really matters usually sticks around.